Hey guys, it's Melody. Welcome to today's video. We are unboxing a Scrawlr box for the first time in what feels like forever. This is the August Scrawlr box, and this video is going up in October. So that just tells you how busy I've been, but I think also with COVID and stuff, the box was delayed and I didn't get it till sometime late September. Because I live in the US and this box is from the UK, it usually does take me a little longer, but it took even longer than usual. I'm just going to apologize now if the audio's a little bit weird. Because of moving and having a new setup, I'm testing out some new audio stuff and a new editing software, so we'll see how this video goes. You may also notice some differences coming up, like there was no intro in this video. I'm hoping to do a little bit of rebranding, but I'm not sure how long that'll take, so you may see some gradual changes here and there on this channel. Anyway, let's get into this actual box. I was really pleased with this box. I would say it's one of my favorite boxes that I've ever gotten from Scrawlr Box. First off, they gave us paint, which I'm always fond of, whether it's a watercolor palette or in this case acrylics. I don't think I've ever gotten acrylics in a box before, so it was really neat. It's also something that I've been wanting to work on, but feel like I definitely have not mastered how to work with acrylics. So the painting that I did in this video definitely forced me to learn some things, and it was really nice to sit down and just like get into some art. I feel like it's been a while since I did that. You may also notice my cats in this video. I had my door open while I was filming and they decided to jump into the frame every once in a while. So, you know, they're just saying hi. But they had this bubble gum. I really have nothing to say about it. It's just, you know, normal bubble gum. The paint they gave us was Daler Rowney paint, and I know that that's supposed to be a really good brand. I did actually really enjoy this paint. I am not sure how expensive it is compared to the Winsor & Newton, which I usually use, but I don't know if I like it more than the Winsor & Newton. It was thicker, and I think I might have enjoyed that. They also gave us a round brush tip paintbrush, which was actually a really nice paintbrush. I don't really know anything about the brand, but it worked for what I needed it for. They also gave us a Stetler Pencil, which is cool. I feel like with these boxes I've gotten so many pencils though that it's kind of like, you know, whatever, but you can never go wrong with having some extra pencils to sketch with. They also gave us a palette card, so it's like a credit card that you can cut up and use. I honestly didn't use it at all. I guess I could have used it for mixing paints or something. It's just I didn't find a use for it, so I didn't use it. Then they gave us some primed art boards, which I've never used before, but it's a really nice alternative to using a canvas and you don't get like a big bulky piece of art at the end. So I actually really enjoyed these and look forward to using the other two that I didn't use in this video later. Somehow in the last couple days between opening this box, filming it, and now editing it, I lost the actual card that they gave you that comes with a description of all the supplies, but their challenge was something to do with a face. I don't remember exactly what it was. And I decided instead of doing a human face, because I feel like I draw those all the time, I would draw my little kitty Bran. Or I guess paint him rather. And this was kind of a daunting task. I've honestly never painted a cat before, so I really didn't know how to go about this. I initially looked at an Instagram story that I had posted because it was just a good picture of him, and I figured I would base it off of that because I definitely wasn't going to go into this painting without a reference of some sort. I did somewhat break the rules of this challenge because I did end up introducing a white Winsor & Newton paint into the mix. I just think it helped because one, he has some white fur, so obviously I can't really get white fur if I'm not using white paint, so you know. But other than that, I think I pretty much stuck to it. I guess I did use some other paintbrushes, but I would say the main challenge of this was using primary colors plus white only. So I had to learn how to mix colors, and I would say I'm pretty beginner level at this. I've gotten kind of decent at doing it with watercolors, but I haven't practiced much with acrylics. And the mixing is similar but not quite the same, so it was really interesting to like kind of figure out how to do stuff, like how to get a gray from the yellow and I think it was like magenta and cyan that they gave us was that was fun. And also getting the browns in almost like a black color or a navy. It was almost like a navy blue, dark green, but it looked like black compared to the other colors. It was a lot of fun to experiment with this, but definitely took me longer than maybe it would have taken some people that are really experienced with mixing colors. Honestly though, if you don't feel confident mixing colors, I would say that the best way to learn is simply to just get some primary colors, find something to paint, and then figure out how to mix it. You can go and look at YouTube videos and they'll show you some techniques and stuff. Maybe look that up for the basics, and from there just experiment and mix things. I think honestly that's the easiest way to learn this skill, is to just do it, because otherwise if you're relying on other people to tell you how to do it, you're going to have to be looking up how to mix every single color known to man, and that's just a pain. Or you'll end up spending a lot of money on paint trying to buy very specific colors, but if you can figure out how to mix these colors from the 3 primary colors, it will save you some money and eventually time once you figured out how to create these colors quickly. Also, just a disclaimer on this video, I want to say that this painting took me about 4 hours, and so when you watch this video and it's like 10 or 11 minutes or whatever it ends up being, it looks like I did this very quickly, but all my video clips are sped up by like 2000%. So keep that in mind. I know I'm always self-conscious about how slow I am, so then when I watch other artists, especially like time lapses and stuff, it seems like they're going really fast, but the painting that they did in like 5-10 minutes in their video could have taken them several hours. So just keep that in mind while you're painting. So at this process in the painting, I did not think it was going to turn out well at all. I was not happy with my colors. My browns were like almost green. I think I finally like figured out how to do a brown around this time, but my browns were like almost green. The cat was like yellow and green, and it was not a pretty sight. The face seemed like misshaped somehow. I don't know what was going on, but it was not great. And I remember I eventually had to stop to eat dinner. I came back to it, started to add some like details and stuff, and it just started to get so much better. So that's another tip: if you're struggling with something, take a break and come back to it later. Sometimes seeing it with fresh eyes and not having sat there for 5 hours in a row can help you, and that's kind of true of a lot of things in life. Even if you're doing like homework right now, if you're getting frustrated, walk away and come back, and chances are it'll be a lot easier when you've come back and you've rested a little bit. I also discovered that with this paint, it can be helpful to use a little bit of water. It is very, very thick paint, which overall I really enjoyed, but there were times when I was doing like whiskers and stuff where I needed to make some really fine lines. So getting just a little bit of water on the end of the paintbrush and putting that in definitely helped create the thinner lines. I don't know if long term that will keep the paint from setting well or whatever, I don't know. I also don't know how light fast this paint is, but it is currently in my living room, because I actually, in the end, kind of like the way it turned out. So now the question is, after testing these paints from this box, will I buy more? And I think the answer to that is actually yes. I really enjoyed these paints. I might almost say I like them better than Winsor and Newton. But yeah, even the fact that they were super thick didn't actually bother me. I liked it, which is weird because I feel like normally I tend towards getting the slightly more watery acrylics, but maybe because they're thicker, they go over the pencils better and they layer better. It also seemed to dry pretty fast, which I thought would be annoying because for blending, it's almost easier if it dries slower, but I actually really enjoyed it. I was just looking on Amazon and the internet in general to see if I could find a price for these paints, but I can't find them online. The closest I could find is that there's a System 3 like acrylic paint that Daler Rowney does. that looks like maybe it's heavy bodied, but it's hard to tell. They have a set that's like $50, and some like paints by themselves that look like they're like $12 a piece. So honestly, if you're looking into buying some, it's not that expensive. But that takes us into the end of this video. I was just adding some finishing touches here, and this is how it turned out. And then of course I had to take some pictures for Instagram. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!